example of how it works, but that is real. Check out the sewer map of Las Vegas.
The sewer map of disappearances is to me in the same world as the smiley face murderers, where that I don't fully get it. Where it's just drownings that happen near smiley face stickers.
It was spray paint. Yeah, it's very freaky.
It's very
smiley face killer, by the way, I believe to be a cop. But
they don't know. It doesn't even say. They don't even know if they're connected.
Okay.
Well, the folie à deux loop of delusion creates a second feedback loop.
Only a Texan could ruin the French language like that.
God, dude, I got no fucking clue. I've been practicing all week long. Like, I've been practicing. Like, I get like. And I listen to the fucking YouTube the pronunciations. I'm like, folie à deux. Like, I don't know how to fucking do it, man. I ain't got the mouth for it.
You can do so many accents. Okay.
Also, do you think that when they were recording, do you think GNR ever had one pedal that they called the loop of delusion?
Maybe.
I don't know why I decided to save that loop of delusion.
No, I've been very mad at GNR because every time it comes up on it's that war. They have a horrible song. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, the second feedback loop, the more the delusions increase in severity, the more stressed the sufferers become, and they become more paranoid, which socially isolates them even more. But sometimes folie à deux can develop in a pair of seemingly sane human beings who are simply introduced into a stressful, isolating situation. Take, for example, the murder of David Coughlin.
This story fucked up.
Now, in full disclosure, I found this story in a Reddit thread about the Erickson sisters in a comment posted by the host of a podcast that, as far as I can tell, no longer exists. But even so, I'd still like to acknowledge that source. Now, in 1999, David Coughlin and his best friend, Rafi Kodikian, were taking a road trip from Boston to California when they decided to embark on a days-long hike through Rattlesnake Canyon in southern New Mexico near Carlsbad Caverns.
This is sort of like when Nat and I had a little anniversary trip up to Big Bear, and I had this idea of we should hike. And
you had that idea.
Yeah, I was like, because, people hike. I see this all the time. I see pictures of people hiking. I was like, we should do it. So Nat and I were like, okay. And then we went to like the hiking place, and we both realized we don't have proper shoes for hiking.
No.
I'm wearing my Air Maxes. We had no water.
Right.
We had no snacks. Nat's just like in her nice workout gear. I'm just in jeans and shit.
Sure.
And we realized we had nothing to hike with.
No.
Like, we had none of the tools. We had none of the shit.
Literally cut to the bears, hiding behind the bushes, just being like, I hope those two fucking city slickers come into my woods. Ooh, we have lunch for days.
But apparently it takes a lot to hike.
Yeah,
It's super hard to hike.
I didn't know.
Yeah, me and Caroline are like experienced hikers, and we still almost died in the Appalachian Mountains.
Don't do that. Don't hike. You just yelled at me for gambling. I spend very little money gambling, and then you know what you can't
for gambling.
You know what you can't do in a casino? Die of dehydration, because all they do is give you drinks.
That's opposite. Is that you are drinking, but you're not getting hydrated.
Something's happening. I'm going to the bathroom a lot.
I also didn't yell at you for gambling at all, and didn't even mention your specific gambling in any way whatsoever.
Well, I'm bringing it up.
Boom, 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 boom. Somebody got triggered.
Well, these two guys, after hiking for a few days, they got lost and somewhat dehydrated. They'd only brought 3 pints of water and 1 pint of Gatorade for a days-long hike through the desert, and they'd already used a whole pint of their water to boil hot dogs during their first camp out.
Number 1, you're camped out, you cook them over a fire. Number 2, you can eat raw hot dogs, they're already cooked. Number 3, can't you just drink the hot dog water?
They threw it out after they boiled the hot dogs.
Honestly, these guys that is wrong. How they did that was wrong.
What are you doing?
I know that.
You just are going to pour hot dog water out. Doesn't that make coyotes track you?
But I also, the idea
Coyotes
of...
do not attack human beings. They're
Is that
terrified of
true?
us. Yes.
No kidding.
All right.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, now I'm going to go pet one.
Drinking hot dog water, I think I might rather die of dehydration.
I don't know. There's sometimes when I think about how, like, that's a good little fat boy thing. Hot dog water popsicles.
Ugh. It's an idea.
Pussy pops.
Why would you call them? Anyway, all right. Yeah, Pussy Pops, the hot dog flavor. Popsicle. Get out of the Shark Tank. How did you get on the show?
But even though the human body can go 3 to 4 days without water, these two guys panicked the moment their reserves ran out. They started licking rocks, eating cactus fruits, and even started drinking their own urine after only a day.
They wanted to do that.
I mean, they wanted to. They saw Bear Grylls and they're
Yes.
like, I want that life.
Then, when David Coughlin began vomiting the next night, the panic truly set in. Both of them thought that Coughlin was nearing death, so the two hastily entered into a murder pact, followed possibly by a suicide.